A life that changed forever. I was 13 when my parents got divorced. This was a very bad time in my life. I was very sad that they could no longer be together. The summer of that year I went to live with my mom. Things were going good, I made some friends and was fitting in. Still, it could not make up for the fact that something was missing in not only my life, but mom's as well. Then something happened. I began to wet the bed at night. Mom was supportive and took me to see the doctor. She ran some tests and could not find any reason other than the stress of what happened to my mom and dad to be the cause. We went home and had a long talk. Mom explained why dad and her split up and it seemed to help a bit. I woke up dry the next day and thought, cool, maybe it was a passing thing. July 4th I went to my dad's for a week and met his new girlfriend. It made me sad though. I mean, she was a nice lady and all, but it was hard to accept seeing dad with a woman and kissing her like he used to do with mom. I wet the bed on the last day of my visit and dad just thought it was because I had too much to drink before bed. I came back to my mom's place and told her about the bed wetting and she was upset, but understood. The next few nights I would wet the bed and mom was getting mad. Then one morning when I woke up wet, mom said that she was going to have to do something about this. She sent me to go play and said she was going to the store and would be back in a few hours. She asked my friend Billy's mom to feed me lunch. Billy's mom said it would be fine and mom went to town. Now we lived in a modest 3-bedroom house. The spare bedroom was used for storage and stuff. But this would all change soon. Chapter 2. After about 4 hours mom called and said for me to come home for dinner in a few hours. I went home and was greeted at the door by mom and she had a smile on her face. She said that she wished to discuss something with me over dinner. She made my favorite, tacos. She told me that she had an idea about how to keep the bed dry from now on and I was excited. I hated waking up to wet bed in the morning. But she said I would have to wait till bedtime to find out what the idea was. I called Billy and thanked his mom for lunch again and talked to him about what we were going to do the next day. We decided to go fishing. It was almost time for bed, so mom said it was time to try her idea. She walked me to the spare bedroom and she opened the door. I could not believe my eyes, she had turned the room into a baby's nursery. I looked at her and asked why she did this. She explained that this was going to be my room from now on. I was in shock. I said, but mom, only babies sleep in a room like this. She said that is what I was going to be till I could stop wetting the bed. I was terrified. I wanted to run but mom told me to get up on the changing table. I ran to the phone and called dad and told him what was happening. He just said to do what mom wanted and it was for my own good. I started to cry. I did not want to be a baby. Mom led me back to the nursery and helped me on the table. She started to explain that it would only be till I started to not wet at night. She took off my clothes and gave me a small sponge bath of my private area. Then she slid the diaper under me and did the tapes tightly, saying to me that she loved me and was sorry that it had to come to this. Then she got out a pair of plastic pants and a yellow sleeper. She put the pants on me and told me to stand up. She then put the sleeper on me and helped me into the crib. She gave me a good night kiss and said, "Sweet dreams, baby." I cried myself to sleep that night. Chapter 3. I woke up that morning soaked, but the crib was dry. Mom came in and helped me out of the crib and over to the table. She then changed me into a new diaper and dressed me into my regular clothes. I was upset and asked why I was in a diaper during the day. She explained that I was to be a baby all the time. I asked about what if my friends find out and she said not to worry, Billy's mom is the one who gave me the idea. Billy has the same problem wetting the bed at night. This did not make me feel better. So there I was in a diaper and being treated like a 2-year-old. And there was not much I could do about it. I went fishing with Billy and after about 20 minutes he asked me if I needed to be changed. I was shocked. He could see this and told me that it was okay cause he was diapered too. I asked if he liked it. He said in a way yes, he liked being cared for like a baby by his mother. He then said he had to go home for a change and once again asked me if I needed the same. I replied no and said that I would wait for him. While waiting I needed to go real bad. So I let go and wet the diaper. I was soaked and it started to make feel uncomfortable. Billy was back and I guess he could sense I was wet and said to go see his mom and she would change me. I was all like no way, but he said that his house was a lot closer than mine. I agreed and went to his house and knocked on the door. His mom answered the door and said to come in. She asked me if I needed a change and I said shyly yes. She led me by the hand to Billy's room and it was set up much the same as my new room was. Billy's mom cleaned me up and gave me a new diaper and said to come over anytime if I needed to be changed again. She said that my mom said it was okay. It was dinner time so I went home and ate dinner with mom. She went over the rules with me about being diapered. I was to do all my duties in the diaper. I was like, even go poop? She said yes. I was shocked by this and she said there would be some more changes in the coming days. She got me ready for bed and tucked me in. She then gave me a bottle of warm milk and kissed me goodnight. I began to drink the bottle accepting my situation and began to admit to myself that I was enjoying this. Chapter 4. The days and weeks seemed to be just a blur. Other than the changes that mom did about my treatment. Slowly but surely she was making me more and more her little diapered boy. She began to feed me from a bottle more often. She would have me dress in baby-type clothes at home. When we would go out she would bring a diaper bag with her. Then it was time for me to go back to school. I thought all right, I would get a break from being diapered. But this was not to be true. Mom had me in trainers for a day and we found out that I no longer had control of my bladder anymore. This was not supposed to happen, she told me. But I was not too upset and neither was she. I was enjoying being her little boy. But what was I to do about school? The others were sure to find out and I feared the worst. As luck would have it, Billy's mom was the school nurse and mom got me out of gym class. Well, there is one problem out of the way. I would report to the nurse's office when I needed to be changed. School was going good for me. I was making friends and having a great time.